Right here, phylum Ctenophora. A body has 8 external rows of ciliated comb plates for locomotion purpose. This is the most important unique character, and exhibition of bioluminescence. So emit light from their body, and sexes are not separate. So that is hermaphrodite only, bisexuals only, and reproduce only by sexual methods. So phylum Coelenterata both sexual and asexual, but Ctenophora only sexual reproduction. So fertilization is external fertilization, development is indirect development, consists with larva. Examples Ctenoplana and Pleurobrachia and Biroes. You can go through the NCERT examples, right? So that is phylum Ctenophora. Next phylum Platyhelminthes. Platyhelminthes. So platy means flat, helminth like worm like organism. So that only it is called Platyhelminthes. Also called flatworms. Common name flatworms. Have dorso-ventrally flattened body, so that it is called Platyhelminthes. Mostly endoparasites in animals, including human. So mostly endoparasites in animals, including human also. Endoparasites, the organism which lives inside the body of the another host, is called endoparasites. So these are unable to live independently. That is called parasites and causes harmful effects to the host body. Exhibition of bilateral symmetry. So first bilateral symmetrical organisms are Platyhelminthes, and triploblastic, first triploblastic organisms also Platyhelminthes. And acoelomates, there is no cetoma, so means are not divided into two different layers. And organ level of organization, absorb nutrients through body surface. So absorption of nutrients through body surface, so that only digestive system not much developed. And parasite forms have hooks and suckers. Some of the parasitic adaptations, presence of hooks and suckers in the region of anterior side and ventral side also. Flame cells helps in osmoregulation and excretion. Flame cells for what? Osmoregulation and excretion purpose in Platyhelminthes. And fertilization is internal fertilization. Fertilization is internal. And many larval stages, exhibition of many larval stages, polyembryony. Because of what? That is also one of the parasitic adaptation. And planaria has high regeneration capacity. In Platyhelminthes, exhibition of high regeneration capacity, example is planaria, right? So some of the examples given, tinea and fasciola hepatica, right? So these are the examples for Platyhelminthes, and go through the NCERT examples also. Next phylum Aschelminthes. Asch means pouches, helminthes, so helminth worm like. So what happens here? What pouches? Scattered pouches are presented. This is the example for pseudocoelomatic organisms, right? And also called roundworms. So these phylum common name is roundworms. Maybe free living, parasitic, aquatic or terrestrial. Some of the free living Aschelminthes are there, and some of the parasites, and some are aquatic and are terrestrial also, right? So bilateral symmetry, triploblastic and pseudocoelomates. The coelom presented as in the form of scattered pouches. Elementary canal complete. So first complete elementary canal, gut, first complete gut organisms are phylum Aschelminthes. In phylum Platyhelminthes also blind sac organisms, right? So elementary canal complete, has muscular pharynx is presented, that is one of the special character. And waste removes through excretory pore. The waste, the excretory material removes through excretory pore. And organ system level of organization, obviously sexes are separate. So there is sexes are separate, unisexual organisms. So that is dioecious, exhibition of clear sexual dimorphism. So sexual dimorphism exhibits by phylum Aschelminthes. And fertilization is internal, and development direct or indirect developments also, both also. And females longer than the males, right? So exhibition of sexual dimorphism in Ascaris spottrans, earlier we discussed, right? So examples Ascaris roundworm and Wacheria bancrofti. So Wacheria, there is Ochararia, filarial worm, right? And go through the NCERT examples also. And in this, the major unique character is a tube within a tube like organisms. So that only it is called the roundworms. And first complete gut organisms, Aschelminthes and pseudocoelomates, these are. And next one, phylum Annelida, annulus, Annelida, little annulus. The little rings are presented throughout the body, so that it is called, this phylum is called Annelida. So these are aquatic or terrestrial, free living or parasitic, or bilateral symmetrical and triploblastic, exhibition of bilateral symmetry and triploblastic. Organ system level of organization and metamerically segmented body. That is the most important point. So exhibition of metamerism, have longitudinal and circular muscles in their body wall for locomotion. The muscles are develops longitudinal muscles and circular muscles in the body wall for what purpose? For the purpose of locomotion. And aquatic annelidans like Nereis has oar-shaped parapodia for movement. So what are the locomotory organs in aquatic annelida? That is parapodia. Example is Nereis. And having nephridia for osmoregulation and excretion. Nephridia are the excretory organs in phylum Annelida. Nervous system consists of paired ganglia connected by lateral nerves and to a double ventral nerve cord. In all non-chordates, double ventral nerve cord only. Nervous system consists of paired ganglia and connected by lateral nerves to a double ventral nerve cord, right. And circulatory system is a closed type of circulatory system. So the first closed type of circulatory system exhibits by phylum Annelida. Examples given here: earthworm Ferritima and leech Hirudinaria, and which are hermaphrodites. So bisexuals and are also called monoecious. So leech is Hirudinaria is ectoparasite, you need to remember. And Nereis is an aquatic form, is dioecious. Nereis is an aquatic form. Example for aquatic Annelida, Nereis. So that is a dioecious, means unisexual. Fertilization is external fertilization. Development is direct or indirect development. Okay, right. So next one, phylum Arthropoda, largest phylum in animal kingdom. So largest phylum. Why it is called largest phylum? Because of presence of more number of organisms. Species are more. So Arthropoda. So why it is called as Arthropoda? Because of presence of jointed legs. Largest phylum of animal include insects. All are bilateral symmetrical, triploblastic at organ system level of organization, and coelomates and segmented body. So exhibition of metamerism in Arthropoda also. But what is the metamerism difference between Annelida and Arthropoda metamerism? Annelida is external and internal metamerism. Arthropoda only external metamerism, right. So the division, body division is head, thorax and abdomen. Anterior head, middle thorax and posterior abdomen. Body is covered by chitinous exoskeleton. That is one of the most important characters. They have jointed appendages, presence of jointed appendages, ortho joints and appendages, podia. So that only it is called Arthropoda. And respiration by gills, book gills, lungs or tracheal system. So the respiratory organs are gills, book gills for aquatic arthropodans, and lungs and tracheal system are for what? For terrestrial arthropodans. Circulation is open type of circulatory system. So that only that coelom is called hemocoel, blood seal, coelom filled with blood. So excretion through Malpighian tubules. What are the excretory organs? Malpighian tubules in terrestrial and coxal glands in aquatic also, right. And sensory organs, antennae and eyes, organs of balance, that is statocysts. Sensory organs are presented antennae and eyes, normal eyes and compound eyes, and organs of body balance are statocysts. And mostly dioecious, that is unisexuals, and fertilization is internal fertilization and mostly oviparous, laying eggs, mostly oviparous, and development is indirect or direct development, either direct development or indirect development. Examples, arthropoda examples are most important because it is interact with mankind, either harmful effects or beneficial. Apis indica, honeybee, and Bombyx mori silkworm, and Anopheles mosquito, and locust, the gregarious pest, and Limulus king crab. So Limulus king crab is what? Living fossil, right. So these are the examples, and go through the NCERT examples also. And phylum Mollusca, second largest phylum of Animalia, first largest phylum Arthropoda, second largest phylum of Animalia, phylum Mollusca, and these are terrestrial or aquatic, both also habitat. bilateral symmetry, triploblastic organ system level of organization, and coelomates, and body divided into head, muscular, foot,